Chris, tell us kind of more specifically about how you define success and view that, and I think that we'll be able to glean a little bit more on the failure side from that as well.
Yeah. So how I defined failure was not achieving a particular goal that you've set out, that you've defined. I guess success is really achieving that particular goal and allowing yourself to then re-engage and redefine. So continue to ratchet up those goals and redefine them so you're not in that stagnant state. So, for example, within a application, enterprise software application, we have a saying, you gotta fail early and often when you're developing the idea. But you have to launch the product early and often, right? So you fail early and often, but you launch early and often because you want to get feedback of your clients, of your customers. And if you're always trying to just sit and make the perfect product and the perfect idea and never just jump into it, you're probably going to be sitting there for a really, really, really long time because no idea is perfect. Every idea changes when it gets, from your head out into the wild. Because people start, impressing on them, or they have other ideas, or how can you use this product in a different way?
How do you, I guess, what are some specific ways that you are defining success in your own life, and even outside of just kind of like business goals and metrics? How does this roll out into your, not necessarily your personal life, but I mean your personal life in the sense of what you want to accomplish in your life?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think, if you're honest with yourself, it has to roll into your personal life because one of the challenges is not defining yourself by successes and failures. For example, an idea. Well, if you're defining yourself, and I could equate this to soccer. When I played soccer and played, in the minor leagues, when I was done, it was hard because I was no longer Chris Redhage, the soccer player. I was Chris Redhage, the coach, or something like that. So I think I've really learned how to try, and I say try with a big T, R, and a Y because it's a constant effort to define yourself not by what you do but who you are. And so one of the things that I've done, I actually have a business coach who has been very helpful in helping me work through that process in terms of having goals, not only for my business life in terms of communication and financial and, growth in the company, but then also on the personal side. And we call them personal bank accounts. Like you have all these different bank accounts, and what are you building in? So one's, my fitness goals, one's my faith and spiritual goals. Another, is, probably most importantly is my wife in terms of my marriage and learning how to support her. She's a general surgery resident here at Vanderbilt, and going through that, they always say it's not just you, but your spouse goes through residency together. So we both have two pretty stressful jobs, and so learning to really support each other and coexist within those and love each other is a challenge. And so I try to glean as much wisdom as I can from others to really help me work through that.
Here's a question that when you were playing semi-professional, or I mean, whenever it was, when you were playing college soccer or semi-professional soccer, did you have a goal to try to make it as a professional soccer player at that point?
Yeah.
Somewhere in there?
Yeah, and I mean, I was professional in terms of the standpoint of I got paid.
Right.
I just didn't get paid much, and in fact, I made more money coaching kids on the side. I actually made pretty good money.
Yeah.
Coaching kids on the side than I did from actually playing. But yeah, I mean, I had goals. How many goals I wanted to score in a season. Goals for the team. I mean, that's really where I learned how to begin to set and challenge myself to use my gifts and talents, to do something.
So my question would be is when you got to the point where you realized you weren't going to be able to go like full on professional soccer player at that time, were you considering that like a failure in your life, or?
No, I loved playing, but it became, pretty. I mean, I could have played. We played a lot of the MLS teams and things like that, and the difference in, an MLS star and an MLS scrub is not that much. From the standpoint of, a lot of times it's just opportunity. So a coach likes you, he likes how you play, and you play good during the time that you need to play good. And so they give you an opportunity. Everyone's going to fail, right? So failure, that's a pretty constant. Everyone's going to fail. Not everyone's going to succeed, but everyone will fail. And so, it's just learning to deal. I think dealing with that failure, but then getting the opportunity, and that's what I've been blessed with. I got an opportunity in the venture world and in the startup world where, I had a lot less risk, even though I did risk a lot. But I had a lot less risk to get started in this than, I guess I just had a great opportunity, and I'm definitely thankful for that.